So there's a tainug that comes with the conclusion of creation, and the parallels explained in Nefesh Adam. That's a ha'ara of tainug, and that is a kind of tainug which profoundly transforms all of the lower koiches, but still not the etzem hatainug. So the etzem hatainug, he says, Lemaila is navidus haberurim. 1 second. Okay. Again, the Pirush of the Tur. Then the Ber Nefashis. In Ber Nefashis, we're praising Hashem for two things. Chesroinon, and then there is the union of Tainug Lachis Bahem. That's union of Tainug. So that second level, that is Ahoras HaTainug. The union of Chesed is Mitzad Hishtalshelus, that Hashem sustains and creates everything. But that all falls short of the Etzem HaTainug. And that is Dafke Navidus HaBerurim. And that's explained also the Diak Lashonis in Pasach Eliyahu. Then he said in his Dalit that where's the Etzem HaTainug? It's Dafke in Malchus. Again, paralleling the very paradox of creation. I won't say it's not a paradox, but it's the irony of creation. Namely, that the lowest level, which is the actual creation of the Gashmias, that's only B'cheika Atzmos, as is explained, it says in Tanya, Geras HaKodesh Siman Chaf. So too, the Amshach of Etzem HaTainug is Dafke Malchus. No, it's Chilosim. The beginning is wedged in the end, and the edge in the beginning. We addressed this all right on Thursday. We're up to a Bira Inyan. Let's continue now. Bira Inyan, the next paragraph. Bira Inyan, Din Omer Hazal, the Medrash says, they used to create tzaddikim, or rather, the simple level, the possibility to be tzaddikim or rishoyim, and any day beizim chofetz, I don't know which one I want. Im b'masem shel tzaddikim, b'masem shel rishoyim. What do I want? I want the actions of the tzaddikim or the actions of the rishoyim. The Medrash continues, Kiven nechsiv ayar alikim b'sa'ir kitov, and Hashem saw that light was good, so that demonstrated ki have, so we can see. His conclusion is Shechavetz b'masem shel tzaddikim. It's really we're talking about this. It's the Medrash describing Hashem, not God talking about himself. So we don't know which one he wants. But then when the pasuk says he saw the light, it was good. So we see that he wants the actions of tzaddikim. So the question, of course, is how is this possible? That there should be a doubt. The answer is here's the paradox. The mitzad, the level of rotzen, which is bligvul. So I don't know which one he wants. What could God's want? The rotzen, everything is equally valueless. So which one is he going to want? I don't know. In the face of Hashem's rotzen, all of creation, Choshech and Ur, everything is all equally insignificant. But when he said, Vayad Elikim Yisrael Kitov, and he revealed his Tainug, so we're talking about Tainug, Etzem Tainug, Amel Berotzen, the essence of Tainug which illuminates the Rotzen. We know that he wants the actions of Tzaddikim. Meaning, we see from here It's only mitzad the etzem ha'tainig. The etzem ha'tainig means Hashem's essential desire that He wanted Nisava, the whole avodah that He should do. So then it's from there that there can be the true distinction between Tov and Ra, because just summoning the will, the Ratzon, only it's transcendent and infinite, and everything has a place. And there are no absolutes, and there's no right and there's no wrong, and it's all equally significant, all equally insignificant. Hence, the attitude that a person should, what should a person do in life? Whatever makes him feel good, whatever he wants. There's validity to that. Because what difference does anything make? So if this is what makes you happy, go for it. Okay, as long as you don't hurt me in the process, we'll set up rules that you pursuing your desire doesn't compromise somebody else pursuing their desire. That's the whole justification of society's laws. And that's true. It's valid. It's a very deep. It's a very deep validation. It's not the Rotz and the Alien. That's fine. But the Eibishter, however, is Atzmis Diketainig is no. Atzmis Diketainig is that Ma'aseh Shel Tzadikim yes, and Ma'aseh Shel Rashoim no, and Dafkin Gvul, and Dafkin rules, and Dafkin Agbolas, and Dafkin this way and not that way, and that's where therein is where the truth lies. That's only mitzad etzem ha'tainig. Now, a shaila in the teretz, this does not contradict that which it says elsewhere. There it says, 43, from the Rebbe Rashab, Sefer HaSiches, and other places, Shisavus HaKlippus Hu Meheder HaRotzen. That Klippus come on the contrary, where the Rotzen is not manifest. And we just said now, the Mitzad the Rotzen, there's room for Klipp and Kedusha equally. So the Mitzad the Tainuk, there's the Birur. So it contradicts that which says the Klipper comes because the Rotzen is not manifest. So we see from here, this quote, that even and also when the Rotzen of Hashem is revealed, so here you have this birur, this clarification, this distinction between Ma'aseh Shel Tzadikim and Ma'aseh Shel Rashoim. It seems to contradict what we just said now. The Mitzad Rotzen, everything is equal. Eini Yedei. Answer, not a stirik, kavana b'zeh, that which it says there, that the Rotzen, Mitzad the Rotzen is the distinction, we mean b'chinas pnimiyus harotzen. And that's why the Loshen is in the Medrash. It's not the same Medrash, it's a different Medrash, but a similar sentiment. And you get the Medrash to get the whole quote, but the Nekuda is that Dein Hanoyin Le v'Dein Lo Hanoyin Le. It's the same sentiment that these is Hanoi, is pleasure for him, the Meister Tzadikim, and these are not. And what's Hanoi? Din Hanoi, b'chinas pnimiyus harotzen. Hanoi, benefit, pleasure, delight, is pnimiyus harotzen, b'chinas hatainig hameh barotzen, but the chitzonius harotzen, there everything is equal. Aval b'chitzonius harotzen, the manifestation of Hashem's external will, Hashem creates. Now, what could I want? Could want this, could want that. It's all equally significant. But mitzad the tainug, where is not what I want, but where is who I am going to be manifest? That's dafke Ma'aseh Shel Tzadikim. Not what I want, but who I am. Why is that? Ultimately, because the neshama is rooted in atzmos, and that's who I am. It's therefore Ma'aseh Shel Tzadikim. This is also right. We're good. We're clear so far. We can continue. Yeah. This is also that which is known. This is technical Kabbalah. Let's try and get it straight. That Berurim, the Avedus HaBerurim draws on the level of the hidden Chachma, not overt Chachma. Let's just trace it back. It's the Nekuda Atzmi in these levels. In Chachmas Timba is revealed Gvura Da'atik. Okay, just the simple association. What's Gvura Da'atik got to do with Chachmas Timba? Just on the simple level, Chachmas Timba, we learned I forgot the name of the Maimer, the whole Maimer on Chachmas Tam and Chachmas Timba, if you recall, last year, 2 years ago. Nice to remember. Akaponim, that is Gvura is holding back, not manifest. So this is the essential potential for every idea, every true discovery. And there's absolutely no particular form to it, because it's not bound to a particular idea. Chachmas Timba, the Stam Chachma, Nekudas HaChachma, it's the Nekuda of a particular idea. But Chachmas Timba is not a particular idea, but like more drawing on the Keich HaMaskil. So there, because of its non-expression, it's bound up in of Gvura, Nekuda, Tzimtzum. What kind of Gvura? Gvura Da'atik, not a Gvura that holds back, that conceals, that is screening or limiting something. It's not limiting anything. It's good. It's an essential Nekuda. That's the potential of all ideas. Now, if you do a Gvura Da'atik, not tracing that back, Atik is a Pnimis HaKeser, or Pchinis Atzmos Da'atik. That's bound up with the essence of Atik. Etzem HaTainug. In brackets, in contrast to Chesed of Atik, Mashenkin Chesed Atik, Shu Gili HaOrer Bilvad. That's a revelation. That's light already. Chesed. And the parallel of it would seem this last point, Gvura Da'atik and Atmos Da'atik, is the Etzem HaNefesh. So it's all to say that Birurim come from Chachmas Timba, meaning it's an Atzmizdike, it's from an Atzmizdike place in the Nefesh, which parallels the Atzmizdike place within Hashem that says this yes and that not. That's where I am, and there I am not. There's also a paradigm that Atzmos, you think everything, but that's the whole point. That Nisava Kadosh Baruch Atzmos says no, that this I reject and this I want. That's me and that's not me. It's only from the level of Chachmas Timba that's bound up with Gvura Da'atik, that's bound up with Pnimis Atik, with Atzmos. It's all the Atzmos and the Kudus in these successive levels. So it's from there, it's through Inyan HaBirurim. Through the Birur, Masem Shel Tzadikim, here's where the essential Tainik is revealed. This is a crystal dew. The translation of it is with which Hashem will revive the dead. What's the inyan here? Dew, these tiny drops, with which the dead will be revived. The sparks of the kusted felt in the Dvarim Gashmi, they're dead. Right? This is based on one of the most primal teachings of the Arizal, which is the basis of this whole inyan of Avodas HaBirurim. And you know it. You refresh your memory. So the spirit of Hashem hovers over the water. So the Arizal, the word marachefes, breaks up into two words, reish, pei, ches, meis. Remember this? 288 dead. That's the word marachefes. He's referring to the Shviras HaKelim, which caused the sparks to fall into, be embedded in Gashmias, and therefore it's called dead, because Elam Hazeh does not feel its life that it comes from Hashem, feels independent. That's the ultimate death, is separation. How many sparks fell into Elam Hazeh initially? 288. Where does this number come from? It's 4 times Shem Havaya B'miloi Yud. If you spell Yud Kei Vav Kei with the milui of Yud, in other words, the Hey is spelled Hey Yud, not Hey Hey or Hey Aleph. So that's the greatest spelling of Shem Havaya. It's Shem Ab, right? The various names of Shem Havaya, Shem Ab, Shebam, Shema, Shem Sag. These are the different ways that Yud Kei Vav Kei can be spelled out in their full milui. So Shem Ayin Beis is spelling it with the milui, the filling letter being a Yud. Again, the Hey can be spelled Hey, or Vav can be spelled Vav Vav, or Vav Yud Vav. And likewise, Hey can be spelled Hey Aleph, or Hey Hey, or Hey Yud. The Yud's the only constant in all the different ways. It's Yud is Yud Vav Dalet, but the rest change, yielding the different gematrias. So do the math. So 72 times 4. Anybody? Yeah, it should be better work. Yeah, it's 2. Yeah, Yossi, thank you. You did it in your head. Very good. I'm impressed. It's 288. Reish Peches. Whatever. This doesn't explain anything. It's just telling you the numbers are a random number. So this is the whole. It's these sparks we have to elevate. In more detail, just to refresh your memory, V'gam Erev Rav Olu Itam, Eden went up out of Mitzrayim with a mixed multitude. So Rav is 202. So the 288 sparks, 202 were actually elevated by Yetzias Mitzrayim, leaving how many left? 202 from 288 leaves us, Yossi?
86.
86. Exactly. 86, Begematria, Shem Elikim, Begematria Teva. So that's what's left now. And these sparks themselves obviously subdivide into billions, or trillions even, and we've been elevating them ever since. At any rate, so then comes the final birur, the final gili of Atmos Lamata is Petchias HaMesim. So how will Hashem revive us? With this Tola de Bedulcha, this crystal dew. So what does it mean? Let's read it again now. Shalitzutzis shenaflu l'mata v'dvarim gashmim b'chinas meis, the sparks of because it fell into the physical world are dead. Yeah, ruch l'kim barachefes reish beches meis, and he brings here the source of look at the third demand enough of midarge ikremes, the one that falls from his level is like dead compared to the level of life he was before. So bidur anitutis b'chinas hu mitzad b'chinas tola de bedulcha, and the elevation of these sparks is from the level of the crystal dew. Now, what is that? This is the union of etzem atainug that is revealed as a result of bir anitutis. That's what this level of tola de bedulcha is. Atzmis atainug. And going back to a pasuk you brought in the beginning of the Maimer, let's refresh our memory. The beginning of the Maimer explain the meaning of the word that the Meraglim were told v'yasuru. They should v'yasuru, scout. Now he brings three explanations, if you recall, in the word v'yasuru. Simple meaning is to spy. The second meaning is to see, not to spy, but to scout or to see. And the third is to in the second one also is to go ahead and to see, to scout out. And you send a scout ahead to ascertain the terrain. And the third piddush is to add lahaisif. So they start to explain that because of the third piddush, he started to explain because the neshama comes down to the world, which is all symbolic of the meraglim, Yidden going into Yisrael. It's all lahaisir to add. And he quoted the pasuk v'yisrin eretz b'koil here. The advantage of the earth b'koil here is for everyone. Everyone needs the earth. Even Melech, Lasada Nevad, even the king is bound to the earth. He needs the bread. We're all dependent on the earth. It's one of the Pirushim of the Pasuk. So now, and explains, this is all Avodas HaBerurim, elevating the sparks that are embedded within the Gashmis. And that's V'yisrin, the great advantage that is a result of Bir HaNitzutzis, that it's the Hamshacha, the Etzem HaTainug, Tolad Bedulcha, and so on. Yeah, that's the Yisrin, that's the deeper meaning of the Pasuk, V'yisrin, Eretz, Ba'koilhi, that the advantage that comes from Avodas HaBerurim, Ba'koil is everything elevates all of Ishtalshuls. In the words of the Maamar, the Eretz Bechinas HaMalchus, Eretz is Malchus. Shaglei this Moves, the Pasuk says about describing the woman, a certain woman, that her feet descend to death. That's Malchus that creates and descends and is invested in Biyah. Why does she descend there? Levade Berurim, Biyah, to elevate the sparks. So therefore, as he said before, in Malchus Dafk is the Etzem HaTainug is revealed because it's through the agency of Malchus getting down to them, which is Machshav Dibramais and so on. That's how the sparks are elevated. So the parallel in the Neshama K'moikin Gamar Eveshalakisha Yeredes Lamata B'Gufan Eveshabahamis. The Neshama descends down to the Gufan Eveshabahamis. Shinidoim B'Lebechinas Neshama K'misha L'Maylo. So the Neshama is completely incomparable to the way it is above. L'Cha'ura, the Inyan of Machshava Dibramais, the Neshama, like these are garments. L'choda, it seems that Neshama doesn't have these garments, the Maila. There's no need for Machshava. Obviously, there's no need for Maisa. There's no need even for Dibur or even Machshava. Dibur is to express to somebody else that which is going on within me that you wouldn't know. But the Maila, there's no barriers. And what the Neshama feels is instantaneously expressed. Machshava is an internal communication. It's also communication. So it only gets it coming into the guf. It's the union of Malchus. Here it needs these to be able to negotiate the world. And what's the point of negotiating the world? Is the Bir HaNitzutzis. So the way it is, so only when it comes down, here, the whole Avodah Berurim is shaykh basis. It comes into the guf Neveshabahamis. Befrat abanitzu seliki machayis hadvarim hagashmim shebebchinas golus. So first he said the beauty of the Neveshabahamis, and especially to elevate the nitzu seliki, which is in dvarim gashmi, which is in bebchinas golus. Now, isn't it bebchinas golus in the guf Neveshabahamis? Yes, but not as much as it is in dvarim gashmi. So this is only shaykh when the Neshama comes the mata. She calls him mitzad Malchus. This is all Raglea. You had this Moves that Malchus, her feet, her being Malchus, descends to the world of Moves to elevate the world. Ach mitzad Berurim shebechinas Malchus, and here comes the chiddush of the pasuk that Yisrael Eretz Ba'koilhi, that mitzad Berurim. That happens, Dafka descending into this world, Masaba Yisrael. This causes in the Neshama a Yisrael. The Neshama ascends, and its connection to Hashem is immeasurably deeper than the way the Neshama was the Maila. Sha'ila Maila, Yosem, B'chinas HaChochma, canal going even higher than it was at the level of Chochma, the highest level of Atzilus, as we said earlier. This also explains the statement of the Zohar, which I don't have here. Or just translate that Chochma Stima is silent, is quiet. And is found like good wine. The Shokit v'Shokich al Durdaya, that settles over the dregs. So the dregs, that's the birurim. Yosef al through the fact that it settles on the dregs as it fallen to the bottom, and it's settled, and it's that's the rejection of the dregs of the waste. So here it is silent and rests and is silent, and in this silence that's the nasa gili etzem hatainug. When etzem hatainug is revealed, the person is not a state of performance, but this deep silent being there. So this is dafke how through like good wine, where the dregs settle to the bottom, the separation, the bir anitzutzis. So this causes the chamra or the chamar tova. We say in the Sadle Sedasa, chamra tova, good wine. And what kind of good wine? And it only happens when shokit v'shachich al dai as a result of the sediments falling to the bottom. That's the bitter, the rejection of ra, and hence the production, or the result is this deep wine that is pale etzem matayna. Clear? Yeah. Let's finish the ois. In order there could be the bir and tutz of asisiyos and the kedusha, but in order to be able to elevate the nitzutzis to kedusha, reject the psoilis, and it should be elevated from below to above. So that's be first the empowerment that comes from above to below. This amshacha from above is the empowerment of the Aveda from below to above. So and this is what we say in Friday night Kabbalah Shabbos. Come, my beloved, to greet the Kala. Even though the whole union of what? Of Friday night is the Aliyah. Questions barely, like we said before, 6 days of the week, Malchus descends, the whole Milchama, to extract the sparks. But Shabbos is rest, job well done, Aliyah, Milamayla, the ascent of the Nitzutzei Kedusha. Still, Mekomokim Emrim Lcho Doid Yelikras Kala, come my beloved to greet the Kala, and that is Amshochem Milamayla Lamata. My beloved is being nimshach to the Kala being Malchus. So that's Amshochem Lamayla Lamata, because we're acknowledging Shezeu and the Sinas Koyach Alim Lamata Lamayla. This is the Sinas Koyach that we should be able to elevate the sparks. So it seems that the Avodah is done during the week, the sparks are ready to be elevated. Then there's the Amshocha. Before that, obviously, in order for us to do our Avodah successfully, we have to have this empowerment from above. So Friday night, we acknowledge that L'chadei Likras Kala, that this is the one that, and Kala being Shabbos, the Amshocha, the Doidi, the beloved, to the Kala, this is what empowered the whole Avodah of the Aliyah of the Nitzutzei Kedusha, of the Aliyah of Malchus, or the Gili of that's the Martainig in Malchus, that all began as a result of Amshocha Milamayla. I'd like to look further in the Makaitis, because again, Friday nights it's all done. Amshocha happened before. So it has to be more than just an acknowledgement. This all happened because of Doidi, but it's actually happening now Friday night. There's this Amshocha Milamayla that happens at the summation of the Birurim of the Aliyah, like this readiness. It's kind of like, everything is done, the Nitzutzim have been extracted, but their Aliyah, the actual Aliyah, needs a further Hamshacha Milamayla, L'chadid Likras Kala, and then the Kala rises. I'm just speaking B'chlolis. You have to see the Makaitis number 48 for more detail.